And I'm here to explain to you how to use your NFC-Pog from NFCSwag. And the first thing I want you to do is take your phone. I'm going to use an Android first, and I'm going to ask you to tap it to the back or to your Pog. And I'm going to ask you to tap it either at the top, in the middle, or at the bottom. And the reason we do that is because that's where they put the chip. Now, if you have a camera and it's on one side, then the chip would likely be on the opposite side of the camera. But different manufacturers do it different ways, etc. Here is the Pog, and all you have to do is lay the Pog down, put the chip on the, where you don't see it, show the branding. Take your phone and do it in a helicopter style. Bring it down on the Pog. A lot of people like to do this and try to, find the chip that way. And what happens is you miss it. So my suggestion is tap it once on the top of the phone. Then tap it in the middle and then tap it at the back end. And when you do this, tap it all the way to the phone. Okay? You can lay this on a table and put your phone on top of it. If you do that, you're going to have much better success because it's going to allow you to find that NFC chip on your phone. Once you know where that is, then you can be a little bit more, loosey-goosey with how you approach it because you know right where you're trying to aim for. Now, the idea is, and I'm going to show it to you this way too, here's the Pog. When you get near the Pog, got it upside down, but all good. Your screen will go to whatever URL the Pog is programmed for. So in this case, it goes to my tap-in dashboard. Okay, and it doesn't take much. I don't know how much. It's hard to show you both at the same time. But here's about right there, right? That's about how close you have to be. Now in that case, it got a little. It'd be nice if I could be lined up. You don't have to be but about that close to activate it. But the first time you do it, it's tricky because you don't know right where your NFC chip is. So go ahead and lay this on the table and lay your phone all the way on top of it and allow it to tap in that way. Down the line, you'll get better at knowing exactly where it is. If your phone does not respond immediately after this, then you need to do a couple of steps. First of all, if it's an Android, you'll need to turn on your NFC settings if they're not already on. And so look below. We have a link to a site that will facilitate you being able to figure out how to turn on those settings. Very simple, but different phones have a couple of different steps. So we facilitate that with what's below this video. The second thing you may need to discover is that your phone does or does not have NFC. If it's an old Android, it's possible it does not have NFC, but NFC has been standard in Android for many years now. So chances are, especially if you've got a newer Android, you're going to be good to go. Now, if you're not, look below. There's a link to all the phones that are NFC enabled, and you'll want to look for your phone in there. If you find your phone in there, and you find the NFC settings, then your phone is NFC enabled, and you just need to make sure that you figure out where the chip is for a proper tap-in. Okay, if your phone is either not NFC enabled or you can't find settings, then you're probably not going to find your phone in that list. And unfortunately, that means you have to upgrade phone before you can go NFC. That being said, iPhone requires an app. Android does not. However, iPhone users are used to using apps. Apple is concerned about battery management, and the NFC does take up a little battery power. So they have you put an app, utilize an app, and I suggest you download the Thin Film NFC Scanner, or NFC Scanner by Thin Film, off of the App Store. And when you do that, it will take you to this screen. And you'll see NFC, this is the app, you'll see Thin Film, ready to scan. In this situation, the iPhone, my iPhone, the NFC chip is at the top, and I can activate it right at the top of my phone. I do like it being at the top, if you care, but you can't control that. It just depends on where they put it on the phone. So, and then if you want to rescan, you just click that, and it sets you back up. which is kind of nice because on the other one you got to go back to your home screen. Don't know if that matters, but nonetheless, that's how you tap in, and it's as simple as that. Another reason they call it tap in is sometimes we do a pop-up screen that says, hey, do you want to tap in? And the reason we do that is because we have other type of swag, such as a telephone holder, like this one from Phonester. This one holds your cell phone purposely. That's the intention of it. And every time you set it on there, it says, do you want to tap in? And if you say no, then it just becomes a piece of plastic cell phone holder. But if you say yes, then you're brought into that particular experience on the back end. So the word tap in has a couple of meanings to it, but it's just the basic concept of a phygital connection, physical to digital. Now, if you have any other questions, you're welcome to call me and or connect with me. You can do so by tapping in. If you have this Pog, you have a private dashboard at the top and a public dashboard below, and then you can add comments to the very bottom of that screen that will come to me and me alone. So it's kind of a connection. It's a portal. Tap in, go to the bottom, and add a comment. You know I'm getting an email, and I will respond to you as soon as I can once I receive that email, but you get priority because you came in through the network. So we can talk a lot about the strategies that are available to do this. That's really cool. I have in one Pog, on one page, we have a private and a public display of content and interaction, which is exciting. We can hook in Google Docs, Google Apps. We can do all kinds of stuff on the back end to make these Pogs versatile and super exciting for the experience that we want to present. And whatever it is that you are doing, once you let me know how you are going about whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, we can find some unique ways to deploy these and generate a lot of ROI. It's a great way to develop leads as well as to give your existing clients a better experience and a more connected experience, which is the key. All right, that's how you use these. My name is James Craddock. I look forward to meeting you. Thank you so much for your interest. The NFC revolution is just getting started, and it'll be interesting to see where it goes. But I look forward to serving you however I may. So thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon. Go ahead, tap in.